So we'll kick off the action figures with these two sports pick displays in the back of the basement. And then I'll just show you these two displays and start moving around the basement clockwise. This display on the left is a football display, just to analyze it working top to bottom. It's Collectors Club figures, then NFL Legends figures, then it's Series 1 and 2 NFL figures, the first two waves of football figures that McFarlane put out. Down on the very bottom, lying flat, are Series 8 figures, and then in the corner there are a couple of exclusive figures. So I'll start at the top left with some Collectors Club figure exclusives. Here's one of Matt Leinart. They made a figure of him back when he looked like he might be the future of the franchise in Arizona, but he really wasn't. Kurt Warner stepped in and took the job. And now you're looking at some Deion Sanders figures. Two there, Falcons, another two here, Ravens. Again, these were Collectors Club exclusive figures. We saw a couple of these already upstairs, and I showed you Showroom A, and they were autographed, if you recall, from Tom McFarlane. And I told you I'd share a little more about these when we got down here. And so here, the Deion Sanders story. Well, for those who bought these figures upon their release, back I think it was like 2004, 2005, then you remember what a debacle it was to get these. The set date was announced. Let's just say it was 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. So like people took off work just to be online, logged on to buy their Deons at that time. And when the online store opened to sell the Deons, within an hour the store crashed, simply because at that time, like internet servers and traffic just wasn't meant to be handled the way it is nowadays. Just a massive amount of people all sitting online, logged on, waiting for something to go on sale. Kind of like what happens with the Hot Wheels Club. Yeah, they just weren't ready for it back then, and it crashed the website, the online store, and there was outrage, if for those who remember, about the Deons, and had to be a reoffering. So there's the Deion story. Moving on to some NFL legends here. Jim Brown, one of the greatest ever at his position. Mean Joe Green. No Chase figures available on those. They're just one version. Reagan Chase, Walter Payton with the Chase on the right and the white jersey. Talk about one of the best, one of the greatest ever at his position. Huh. Ray Nietzsche, same thing, just a regular, no Chase on him. Here's a Reagan Chase Joe Montana figure with the regular solid jersey and the white jersey Chase figure there. And then here's Ronnie Lott, great defensive back, one of the greatest of all time, of course. Regular Niners figure, and then here he is in the Chase version in the Raiders jersey. So here are the NFL Series 1 and Series 2 I'm showing you here of McFarlane football. And yes, these are the first two waves of football figures that Todd McFarlane produced back in 2001. And you're seeing some of the names you're seeing here. Many in the hall. Marshall Faulk, Marvin Harrison, Brian Urlacher, Emmitt Smith, Randy Moss in the Hall of Fame. Kurt Warner, Warren Sapp, and then other guys, maybe not in the Hall, but just had very successful careers, like Wayne Corbett or like Eddie George. So the player selection's there, and it's good, and it's actually great. And then Todd decides to throw in a little monkey wrench for completists who like to complete entire sets of stuff. So you have your standard jersey Chase figures. Like we see here, there's a regular Eddie George and the white jersey Eddie George Chase. And there's a Super Chase. We saw the Eddie George no helmet figure upstairs in Showroom B. So there's regular figure, Chase figure, Super Chase figure. Here's another example, regular Edgerrin James and blue jersey Chase. But the monkey wrench I'm referring to is in Series 1 and Series 2, Todd makes little clean, dirty variations. So just to show you an example here, and Emmitt Smith, I'm going to enlarge the viewfinder here. You see grass stains on his shoes, on his cleats. There's stains on the top of his jersey, his elbow pad. Again, if you examine the figure even closer, I kind of get as close as I can get it pretty much. Like there, you see dirt. See dirt right by the 22. So that's a version there of dirty Emmitt Smith. But there's also clean variations. For example, this Edgerrin James. Again, I'll enlarge it. Notice no dirt, grass stains at all on his cleats, anywhere on his uniform. It's like spotless, like the way it would be before you take the field for a game. And that's the clean variation. And it became known after a while that clean variations of players in Series 1 only. This does not apply to Series 2, which we're seeing now, by the way. Like Mark Brunell there and Ray and Chase Culpepper. The scarcity there only apply to Series 1, but not to Series 2. Kurt Warner there. Anything still from Series 1. So in Series 1, the cleans are in shorter supply than the dirties versions. But in Series 2, it's about a 50-50 split. Where no longer is Todd, like he made them both in Series 2, cleans and dirties. But it seemed like most collectors at that time figured, nah, they're in about the same supply in Series 2 as opposed to in Series 1. So. And down at the base of the display are McFarlane Series 8 sports picks back from 2004. Start down here is a Reg Torrey Holt and Chase figure in the throwback Rams jersey. Here's a Drew Bledsoe surprise figure, Patriots. Brady's back up in his first Super Bowl that Brady won. Reg and Chase McNair. And a Reg and Chase Peyton Manning. Here's a Reg and Chase Jamal Lewis. And something kind of unique about this regular Lewis here. Let me show you. I'm going to pull these up here. So on this Chase figure, in the white jersey, you see inside the package the stripe that's running down his pant. Okay, with the B. On this figure, that's the regular purple jersey. See how the stripe's missing there inside the package? The B, but there's no stripe in there. So it kind of makes it just a rare variation figure, like that Dick Butkus figure I showed you. Collectors like stuff like that, especially missing logos from helmets. Those always fetch premiums, big time. Then a couple of Jim Brown figures here. There's a Hall of Fame exclusive from the Canton show. There's one. And there's a second variation. This variation has Brown with you can see it inside the package there, the 32 on his helmet. So that one has it there. And this one down here does not. So there's two versions of the Canton exclusive figure. Because I actually drove to Canton, Ohio that year. I went there with my buddies, and we went and got the exclusive Jim Brown figure. We were there really for that. Very cool. And then here's a Barry Sanders Super Bowl figure. The Super Bowl exclusive in the white jersey. Don't remember exactly where I got this figure from, but there's probably about an 8% chance JB was responsible for it. So. And the display to the right has more football figures on it. This is NFL Series 3, 4, and 5. Below the NFL are a couple of rows of early hockey figures, NHL Series 1 and 2. And below the hockey figures, running along the base there, along the floor, are Hasbro Starting Line-Ups football figures. There's NFL Series 3 from 2001, which was the rookie year of running backs Michael Bennett and Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson. Then Series 4 begins here with these three figures of Brett Favre. Here's his regular green jersey, solid, and then two white jersey Chase versions. This one here has him in white sleeves, and this one here has him in the dark sleeves. And there's a little mini Brett Favre 3-inch figure above that one. Towel draped over his shoulder, and a cool Upper Deck mini jersey there that I got from a pack of cards. Peyton Manning, Reg and Chase. Curtis Martin regular figure here. And Martin's Chase is down here in the white jersey. Donovan McNabb, Reg and Chase figure. And Terrell Owens, Reg and Chase. And Michael Vick, Reg and Chase figure, Reg in the white. Chase in the dark jersey there. I remember how hot that figure was back in his rookie year. And there's Jason Sehorn. I think that one was actually the Reg. No, that was a Chase figure actually in the white. Even though he's pictured in white. I think the regular was down here. Yeah. Ricky Williams Reg as a Miami Dolphin, and the Chase as a New Orleans Saint, where they pretty much sold the farm to get him in the draft. Now we're into Series 5. There's Jerome Bettis Reg. Chase is elsewhere I have in my collection. Here's Tom Brady's rookie figure. There's the white jersey regular figure. Tom Brady's rookie year. It says their rookie action debut. Or rookie figure debut, I should say. And the blue jersey Chase, which, of course, are fairly sought after. Tony Gonzalez, Reg in the solid, and white jersey Chase, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And continuing on with Series 5, Stephen Davis, running back, skins, Reg, and the throwback skins, 70 Chase figure. And there's a Jeff Garcia reg and chase. The white reg and the red chase figure there. Ray Lewis reg figure. Chases, again, I'll show you elsewhere in the collection. Jerry Rice, Raiders. And the chase figure is also sitting next to on a different display. And Anthony Thomas reg figure here. And the white jersey chase figure here. And below the football are a couple rows of hockey. They're early hockey figures, like I said. These are NHL Series 1 goalies. There's Jose Theodore, Ed Belfour, and Martin Brodeur. And rare versions exist of all three of these goalies where the water bottle has the team logo on it. So in this case, the Canadiens logo for Theodore, Stars logo for Belfour, Devils logo for Brodeur. Those are the rare versions that, again, do exist. I just don't have them. And then over here is Peter Forsberg. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Belfour and Brodeur, Forsberg. Then we're in the Series 2 hockey here. Former Sharks goalie Evgeny Nabokov, regular version, and white jersey chase. And you can see in these earlier versions, the goalies come with nets. Tommy Salo, there's a regular version, and white jersey chase. And then down here on the end is Dominic Hasek of the Wings. Hall of Fame goaltender, regular version white jersey, red jersey chase. And there's a paint app variation on the red where they call it the pink Hasek. It's called the pink Hasek where the reddish, like again, paint app is more pink on him on a harder to find version. Here's a Reagan version, Reagan Chase Hull, I should say, Brett Hull. And over here, Reagan Chase Yarmer Yager, white jersey reg. And the dark jersey chase, and that was the Capitals design they were sporting back in the early 2000s before they switched to the modern day red, white, and blue. Reagan Chase Lemieux in the dark there, and then the alternate logo Penguins. And then below are just some starting lineups from Hasbro back from 2000. Like Ozzie Newsome, Jim Otto, Randy Moss, a couple of different Randy Moss there. Joe Montana. Cade McNown, Collectors Club. Yeah, speaking of busts. Ricky Williams, college, Texas one with a replica Heisman Trophy in the package. Kind of cool. And then a couple more from the college there. Randy Moss, Marshall with a pennant. Curtis Martin, Pitt. And Warwick Dunn, Florida State. Finishing off the display in the top right corner are some figures called Graceland Replays. These are 4-inch football figures that were made by a company called Graceland in a line of figures called Replays. I didn't buy very many of them. Just they caught my eye, or maybe there was a figure that Graceland made that McFarlane didn't, a player I should say. Here's a couple of Brett Favre's. I like that Favre because he's in a throwback Packers jersey. And then here in the white with a knit hat. And then over here, like I said, Braylon Edwards. McFarlane never made a figure of him, so I picked him up. I like that Peyton Manning with the headset on. At the time, DeMarcus Ware was not made by McFarlane, but eventually he did make him. And there you see Mario Williams, defensive end, I think. McFarlane never made a figure of him. Roy Williams, former Detroit receiver. Terrell Owens, and the solid jersey there. And I like this Randy Moss figure. I like the head sculpt there. You can kind of see he has like the afro come out of the back of his helmet, which I think is kind of cool. I just like that version of Moss. Now we're going along the frame of the door for the utility room in the basement, moving clockwise along the wall. At the bottom is a wave of figures that was a shared exclusive between, I think, GameStop and Toys R Us. Here's Ben Roethlisberger from that wave. Brett Favre, at the time of Viking. Adrian Peterson. Here's a Tony Romo reg. And the Chase version in the third, or the Thanksgiving Cowboys jersey there in bronze level Chase. This is a Tom Brady Chase figure. The only one they made of him in that cool looking Patriots gray jersey. Numbered to 2750 on the base there. Aaron Rodgers, regular figure there, and white jersey Chase. I think that one was actually a Target exclusive. That you can only find the Chase version of that of Rodgers there at Target. On the other side of the door frame now, you see a wave of NCAA college football figures where Matt Ryan's featured in his Boston College jersey. And here's a regular Eli Manning in the red Ole Miss and Chase in the blue version. Same thing down here with Larry Fitzgerald. There's Reg, blue Pitt, and up here in the white Pittsburgh, where he attended college. And down here you got Drew Brees, dark jersey Boilermaker, and the white jersey here. Down here's Marion Barber III in the solid Minnesota regular, and up top the white jersey Chase and gold level CL 500 of those. There's a white jersey Jason Witten Chase figure. And then down here are Tony Romo, Reg, in the white EIU jersey and dark jersey EIU Chase figure. Remaining in the back part of the basement, here's a pretty good sized display that is straight hockey figures. And what we're going to see here is all kinds of hockey figures in this display. There's regular issue figures. There's a couple waves of Canada exclusive hockey figures that were issued through Canada Retail and also in conjunction with the Spawn Collectors Club. And then there's a wave of Team Canada figures, a few exclusive hockey figures on this display, and the top row of figures, as you can see here, have the Upper Deck mini jerseys sitting on top of them as well. Moving right to left in the display, this is NHL Series 5, which is a Canada exclusive wave and offered also in conjunction with the Spawn Collectors Club. So if you didn't live in Canada, you can order a case from the Spawn Collectors Club online, and they would send you a case of one random chase figure in there. There's Sako Koivu. There's a Regan Chase Ty Domi. And here also from Series 5, Regan Chase Dan Cloutier. Regan Chase Marion Hossa. And on that Marion Hossa, I just want to show you something here. See his sleeve inside the package where it says the 18. I'll blow it up a little bit. Yeah, there's one that's the error arm. There's one with a corrected jersey arm that's pretty rare. The Hossa corrected jersey arm. Over here's a Regan Chase Mark Messier. And then a Reg Patrick Waugh. And then a similar wave here is Series 8. And again, through Canada or a case through the Collectors Club. There's a Regan Chase at Belfour. Regan Chase Chris Chelios from when he played with the Canadiens. There's a Reg Luke Robitaille with the Kings. And then Robitaille in the Kings throwback vintage jersey. There's a Reg Gary Roberts as a Leaf. And then Chase Gary Roberts as a Calgary Flame. And then there's Petra Aleem, Regan Chase figure. And from the same wave, that's a Trevor Linden vintage jersey, which now the Canucks wear the green and blue as our regular jersey. And then we're moving on to a Team Canada wave. Martin Brodeur, Regan Chase right on the left, Chase on the right and the red from Team Canada 2004. And from that same Team Canada wave, Grant Fuhr from 87. Mark Messier as well. Mario Lemieux from 2004, Team Canada. Vincent LeCavalier. Here, Regan Chase, Stroh McGinley. Reg Black jersey, Chase in the red. And over here, Wayne Gretzky, Regan Chase. The Reg Team Canada 87 in the white jersey. And the Chase Team Canada 84 in the red jersey. A couple of exclusive figures in the center of the display. This is a Collectors Club exclusive Trevor Linden figure in the Vancouver Canucks like throwback jersey. And above that one's a Sako Koivu All-Star FanFest exclusive figure. And both these were given to me by Mo. So thanks, Mo, for both these. And I believe Mo also provided me with this Trevor Linden figure on the end. He's the best. Here's a Marion Hossa All-Star FanFest exclusive from the All-Star FanFest show I attended in Atlanta that year. And it was personally autographed by Todd McFarlane because Todd appeared at his booth and he was signing. Todd loves to sign. He's a very willing signer, very generous with his signature. Good guy to chat with. There's a 3-inch Bobby Hull exclusive Winnipeg Jets figure Again, compliments of Mo. And then moving along the right of the display, here's some leftover figures from NHL Series 5 that I didn't get on the top board. Joe Sakic, Regan Chase, that was the Canada exclusive wave. And another Sakic there from Team Canada wave. And over here now we're just in the regular figures. These aren't exclusives from Canada or anything like that, just a regular wave of figures. There's a Regan Chase, Paul Kariya. And there's Nikolai Habib-Bull in the Blackhawks. This one's what they call tri-carded. The warning is in 3 different languages. For a while, collectors were keeping track of that, but then it seemed like over the years they kind of didn't. And I'll show you the difference. Here on this Sakic, the warning there is in just standard. On the left side, you just see one warning versus warning there on this label in 3 different languages. That's what they mean by a tri-carded package. Here's Jeremy Roenick, Reg in the purple and white Kings jersey, and Chase in the Arizona Coyotes jersey. There's a Ryan Chase Peter Forsberg up top there. Football. This is Sidney Crosby's rookie figure. It says their action figure debut. The first of many, many Crosby figures McFarlane will produce. There's a David Abisher white jersey Chase figure. Then another wave of just regular issued figures down here. On the cardboard backing, there's Paul Stastny, Jason Spezza, Sheldon Surrey, Carey Price, I believe it was his first figure issue. 2 different versions of Price. In the package there, you can see the blue helmet, or the blue mask he's wearing. Blue with the Canadiens logo, face mask. And this one, you see only has a white mask on. And I believe the white mask version of Price was the harder one to find of the 2 versions. There's Roberto Luongo. Sidney Crosby in the Winter Classic powder blue Penguins jersey. Here's Vesa Toskala. Here's a Daniel Sedin tweak figure with no A on his jersey, which made it the harder version to find. Nicholas Lidstrom, Jonathan Chichu, and Daniel Briere. Also, I think no A on his jersey, a tougher version to find. Ditto on Lidstrom. Resting on top of the figures in the top row are Upper Deck mini jerseys. You're seeing one here of Jaromir Jagr. And the mini jerseys were issued by Upper Deck in specially marked packs of cards. You buy the pack of cards, you get the cards, and a specially marked mini jersey in a little sealed bag. And again, that's Jagr from the Rangers. Phil Kessel at that time was with the Bruins. Here's Roberto Luongo. Jason Spezza. Some of these were short printed. Like certain ones were hard to find than others. There's Matt Sundin. And Chase ones existed as well. There's Mike Modano, Peter Forsberg, and Marty Turco, formerly the Stars. One of my favorite ones, Patrick Waugh, the red Montreal jersey. Danny Heatley, the Senders. Alex Ovechkin, back from his rookie year. That was the model of jersey Ovechkin wore in his rookie year with the Capitals. Here's Alexander Frolov. And this display kind of sits or hovers above the hockey figures I just showed you. It's 3 12-inch hockey figures, a couple of box sets or 3-packs, and there's a couple of collector's edition exclusive box figures over here and a Roger Clemens figure up on top. Coming in for a closer look. Here are 3 goaltenders. It's Patrick Waugh bookending Martin Brodeur in the middle. Here's a 12-inch Patrick Waugh red jersey Montreal figure, Canada exclusive. So that's a 12-inch figure now, twice the size of the standard McFarlane 6-inch figure. Here's another 12-inch figure of Patrick Waugh in the 3rd Canadiens jersey. I'm sorry, the 3rd Colorado jersey. The 3rd Colorado jersey. And there's Martin Brodeur in the middle, the 2003 Stanley Cup champions. Where you can kind of see inside the package, you guys the Stanley Cup. And above those are a couple of 3-packs of football. Again, we talked about the 3-packs, how figures are exclusive to the 3-pack. Like in this case with the Patriots, white jerseys, Corey Dillon, Tom Brady, and Teddy Bruschi. The Dillon and the Bruschi white jersey are exclusive to the 3-pack, although the Brady is not. He was issued on single card in the white jersey. But if you want to get Corey and Teddy in the white, you can only get them in the 3-pack. And here is a Niners 3-pack featuring Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Jerry Rice, all in the white jerseys. Again, the Lott and the Rice and the white are exclusive, whereas the Montana is actually the same figure that we just saw back over here. So, but once again, the Lott and the Rice are exclusive. Up top is a Roger Clemens Boston Red Sox chase figure, along with a little mini Roger Clemens starting lineup figure on top of him there. And then down here, a couple exclusive boxes. There's a Mickey Mantle in pinstripes exclusive collector's box, and below him is a Roger Clemens in pinstripes. Moving clockwise again, we see more sports figures on this display. 3-packs, box sets, exclusives, 3-inch figures, and just other kinds of sports stuff sprinkled into this display. And moving from left here, we see a little 3-inch Albert Pujols figure. That's a Rick Nash Team Canada jersey, part of that McDonald's Canada swag. There's a 3-inch Chad Johnson, where he's like an exclusive colors there, orange jersey, black pants. Below those two are a couple National Convention figures from the National Convention back, I think it was 2004, 2005 maybe. There's Kenyon Martin, formerly the Nets, and Tiki Barber of the Giants. Over here is our little Ryan Howard 3-inch figure. This is a 2-pack of Billy Wagner and Pat Burrell from the Phillies, 2005. You see it's a stadium giveaway, dated on it. It's actually has the date on there, July 17, 2005. And it was given away exclusively at Citizens Bank Ballpark, where the Phillies play on that date. There's a Jeremy Roenick Marty Turco 2-pack. Roenick and the orange Flyers there. That's the only figure of Turco that McFarlane made as a Dallas Star. Below that, you say Jose Theodore, Joe Thornton 2-pack, exclusive paint app on Thornton. There's a Jason Taylor Super Bowl exclusive figure, 1 of 5,000. This is a really sharp one. Mike Modano All-Star exclusive figure from the All-Star Fan Fest show, 1 of 3,000, hoisting the cup. A William Green Hall of Fame exclusive figure. That was a Canton figure the one year. It's a Jeff Garcia as a Cleveland Brown, 3-inch. This is an Upper Deck mini mask of Evgeny Nabokov. Those were like blind bags, or actually blind boxes, where you buy a box and you're not sure which mask you would get. Some have like a chrome finish, and those were considered chase masks. This Barry Bonds figure is kind of interesting because it's an error figure. That is Barry Bonds' Big League Challenge insert figure, but it's packaged, as you can see there, as Sean Green. And you can even see on the side there, that's Sean Green packaging, but Barry Bonds' figure somehow slipped in, I guess, past quality control, but I'll take it. There's a Nomar Garcia Parra figure from the National Convention. A little John Olerud starting lineup on top there. And then below that, a Toronto Maple Leafs white jersey exclusive 3-pack of Matt Sundin, Ed Belfour, and Alexander Mogilny. And a similar one for Detroit Red Wings, white jersey 3-pack of Brett Hull, Curtis Joseph, and Steve Yzerman. And one more 3-pack below that. It's a goalies 3-pack exclusive. Ed Belfour, Roberto Luongo, and Team Canada, the first Team Canada Luongo. And Dominic Hasek features an Ottawa Sender, which is kind of a rare figure. And then finishing off the display, moving right, a couple more 3-inch figures there. One of Jim Thome from the White Sox, and another one of Frank Thomas there. And below Thome and Thomas are two Chicago figures of Sammy Sosa and Frank Thomas. They were FanFest exclusive figures. Thank you, Cousin Mike, my man Shem, for getting me these. He hooked me up and said, hey, can I get a plug in your video for hooking you up with these? Yes, you can, Mike. Yes, you can, and thank you. So those are exclusive from the FanFest. And they're boxed up below here. It's Rob Blake, Brendan Shanahan. That is the only figure McFarlane produced, again, of Rob Blake in the box set 2-pack there with Shanahan. So if you want Blake's figure, you got to get the 2-pack. Down here is that Tommy Salo figure we saw earlier, boxed up with Seo Koivu in a white jersey. And there's a little white Seo Koivu Upper Deck mini jersey. The white ones, I believe, were the Chase figures. I'm sorry, the Chase jerseys. The white jerseys were the Chase jerseys, and the dark ones were the regulars. There's a Don Mattingly 3-inch Toys R Us exclusive figure that's available at the Times Square Toys R Us in New York. And then coming around the end of the display, there's an Elton Brand, Shaquille O'Neal NBA All-Star exclusive 2-pack for when the NBA All-Star game was held. There you see it in Los Angeles in 2004, 1 of 4,000. More box sets below. There's a Willie Mays, Barry Bonds home run commemorative box set when Bonds broke the record and became the all-time champ after passing up Willie Mays and eventually, of course, Hank Aaron and Babe Ruth. And Sammy Sosa, Todd Helton 2-pack there. Again, exclusive figures of Sosa trying to steal a base, which he was not known for in his career. So I kind of questioned why they would put him in that pose, but so be it. And Heltner in pinstripes. And below those are some Stadium Stars, or sorry, the Gridiron Greats starting lineup figures. We saw the Stadium Stars upstairs, the Nomar, A-Rod, and Chipper baseball ones. These are like the football versions of them. They come in these boxes. Here's two right here. There's a nice Barry Sanders with the blue pants on, white jersey, stiff arm pose. And Dick Butkus on the all-white Bears jersey with the old school Bears helmet in the package there. And then below those two, you got an Eddie George, again, stiff arm pose, and Terrell Davis. A couple of great running backs there. Then another older Barry Sanders down there. And that Bart Starr you see here was actually a Shopko exclusive. There was a retail store called Shopko back in the day. I don't think they still exist anymore, but that was their exclusive figure. Down here in the corner of the basement of this display are some Hasbro starting lineup figures, football figures from the year 2000, which was the last year that Hasbro did starting lineup figures, or any kind of sports figures for that matter, before the torch was passed on to McFarlane for him to do the sports picks. And on this board you just see some of the big names of 2000, veterans, rookies, young stars. Here, for example, are 3 different versions of Ricky Williams. At that time he was with the Saints. 2 different jerseys there, and then a running back pose. And then above him, some of the other big names of the time, like Achilles Smith. He didn't pan out, but at the time he was a big name. Takeo Spikes, Fred Taylor. There you see Vinny Testaverde. Sean Alexander was the top pick at the time. Behind him, Isaac Bruce. Down at the bottom there, you see Sean Springs, Jason Sehorn, Javon Curse, Marvin Harrison. Then back to McFarlane Sports Picks on this display, moving clockwise along the wall. This is Series 13 from around the year 2007 hockey, as well as some 3-inch figures to the right here. Starting from top, you see Danny Heatley, 2 different versions, Regan Chase. Below him is Alex Ovechkin. That's actually Ovi's first figure, his rookie figure. In his rookie year, which was 06-07, I believe, Washington was wearing those kinds of jerseys with the blue and kind of the copper, the dark blue, and they went back to the more traditional red, white, and blue jerseys the following year. There's Alex Tanguay, Regan Chase, Reg Flames jersey on the left, Chase Avalanche jersey on the right. Henrik Lundqvist here, Regan Chase, in the blue and white there. That's also Lundqvist's first figure from McFarlane, his rookie figure. The Sedin brothers surprise figures from that wave, Henrik and Daniel, also their first figures. I think my cousin Dom found me one of these, the Daniel one, I think. And this one's kind of cool. It's Brian McCabe Chase figure in the dark blue Leafs, and the head sculpt where you see he has like the mohawk and the head sculpt there, which I think is actually very cool. It's a cool looking figure. And then next to him is where Series 14 begins on hockey, and that's the Marion Hossa Thrashers figure. And then to the right are some 3-inch figures here. There you see one of Jose Theodore in the Colorado. Then above him is a 3-inch Ovechkin figure. There you could see him in the red, white, and blue. The more traditional Capitals, red, white, and blue that they're wearing now. Berto Luongo above him. And Henrik Lundqvist in a different pose. And Mika Kipritsov of the Flames. Series 14 hockey continues in this display, as well as below that some NHL Legends Series 4. And again, continuing on with Series 14, at the top there is a Marcus Naslund Chase figure in the retro, now modern Vancouver Canucks. And then Henrik Zetterberg right there. Only one version of him. 2 versions of Curtis Joseph, Cujo. On the left there you could see he's with the the Arizona Coyotes, I should say. And then on the right, before the Coyotes, he was with the Edmonton Oilers. And now we get into some legends here. You see Bobby Clark and Bobby Hull, 2 great Bobbies there of the Flyers and Hawks. There's Gretzky hoisting the cup from one of his several Stanley Cup championships. This is a Bobby Orr Chase figure. It's this, like we saw earlier with the Lou Gehrig in the sepia tone. This Orr has him in like the sepia tone as well, and the famous belly flap after they won the Stanley Cup when he was with the Bruins. And then below here, Gilbert Perreault, Sabres great. And Daryl Sittler of the Leafs. I think he scored like 7 goals in 1 game or something, which is a record. And below those 2 are a couple of NASCAR figures. I don't really have very many NASCAR figures at all. I think these are the only 2 I own. There's a Dale Earnhardt Chase figure down below there in like the Tasmanian outfit, or the fire suit, I should say. And this was a hobby exclusive version of Richard Petty. There you can see, rather than wearing his traditional 5-gallon like Stetson hat there, he's got a Yankees ball cap on. And he's also wearing a Yankees jersey over his button-down blue. And I think that was available hobby exclusive in Series 2 NASCAR. I just got it because I like the way like he's sporting Yankees stuff there. Kind of a cool figure. And the Earnhardt Chase as well. Staying in the same area and just moving onto the floor is a display of baseball and hockey figures. The top row is baseball, the bottom row is hockey. Showing you the top row here. These baseball figures are a continuation of figures from a previous board, and they're all Chase figures featuring the players in their retro jerseys with a little sticker there. Moving from left, you can see Jim Edmonds there with the California Angels. Randy Johnson with all of his mullet glory there with the Seattle Mariners. Pedro Martinez of the Bo Sox in the red jersey. Ivan Rodriguez, one of the many teams he played for, features a Marlin. And Scott Rowland here is a Philadelphia Philly. I think at that time he was with the Cardinals. And then down below that are some Series 6 hockey. There's an Anson Carter Chase figure in the traditional blue Rangers. Vincent LeCavalier Chase and Reg of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And over here are two versions of Mario Lemieux, the Chase in the white and the Reg in the white here, and the Chase in the dark jersey. And you can see on this one the Penguin logo is crooked, making it a harder version to find of the Chase figure. NHL Series 6 continues here at the bottom of this display. Moving from top left are two different versions of Nikolai Habibulin with the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Reg in the dark, the Chase in the white there. Here we see three different versions of Teemu Selanne. The regular version has him in the white Colorado jersey, and the two Chase versions have him in the white Winnipeg Jets jersey. And the Winnipeg Jets is the team that he came into the league with. When the Finnish Flash, Teemu Selanne, came into the NHL back in 92-93, he came in with the Winnipeg Jets, and he set all kinds of records for rookie scorers that year. He was great right to begin with. And also you'll notice on these two versions, the cardboard paper insert, this one has the Avalanche logo, and then this one has the Jets logo. So two different versions of the Chase figure. Now on both versions, he's wearing number 8 on his jersey. There's a super rare Chase version, a Super Chase, where Selanne's sporting the number 13, which was the number he wore when he first entered the league back in his rookie year. Only 13 versions exist of that Teemu Selanne super rare Chase. There hasn't even been a confirmed sale of it in years. It's that rare. So, and then down below that, see three different Patrick Roys here. These two versions are the basic in the white Avalanche jersey, but they're a little bit different. They're variations. I'll show you. On this one, you see he's sporting you have to look under his face mask above the Colorado Avalanche jersey logo. He's sporting a white undershirt. And on this one, he has a black undershirt on that he's wearing. Again, looking above the logo and below where his face mask is. So black shirt there, white shirt on this one. And this one is the Chase version where he's wearing the maroon Colorado Avalanche jersey. And then here are a couple of Marcus Naslund figures from Series 6. The regular on the dark jersey, and the Chase in the white jersey here. And this area is just saturated with hockey, or more hockey figures here on this floor display. Some Series 9 hockey figures, and then some NHL Legends, I believe Series 3. Just going from top left, there's a Ryan Chase, Daniel Alfredsson, and he should be getting into the Hall of Fame soon because he's definitely Hall of Fame worthy. There's Martin Brodeur, where he has a Stanley Cup in the package, and he could hoist it above his head if he were open from the package. There's a Ryan Chase, Pavel Datsyuk. There's a Ryan Chase, Sergei Fedorov, Ray as a Duck, Chase in the white Detroit jersey. Down here is Joe Sakic, Regan Chase, with the Colorado third jersey as a Chase. Regan Chase, Brian Leetch, Reg as a Leaf, Chase as a Ranger. Andrew Raycroft, who was Boston's starting goaltender for a minute there, Regan Chase. And then down here, there's a Chase Matt Sundin in the solid Leafs jersey, and here is a Brett Hull vintage retro St. Louis Blues. And here are the NHL Legends figures on the display, with the top 8 figures here from NHL Series 3, and these in the cardboard backing down here are from NHL Series 7. And we'll start here with, once again, Don Cherry of the flamboyant suits, this time in blue plaid with his dog Grapes and giving the thumbs up. A couple of figures here of NHL and Kings great Marcel Dion, 500 plus goal scorer. There he is in the nifty purple and gold jersey that the Kings sported back in the 70s, 80s. The reg there in the purple, the Chase in the gold. There's Wayne Gretzky, reg in the white jersey, Chase in the third Liberty jersey there. I think my cousin Dom scored me that one from his Toys R Us days. Thanks, Dom. Here's just a beautiful figure of Tony Esposito. This figure is actually very highly regarded in NHL sports pick circles. Tonio being the Hall of Fame goalie with the Habs and the Hawks. And just that logo right there, timeless, absolutely timeless, of the Indian head on the Black Hawk jersey. Just a cool figure. Pima Havlich, white jersey Chase figure of the Canadiens. Great number 4, Bobby Orr, reg black jersey, and then white Chase on the right there. One of the greatest defensemen of all time, if not the greatest. Down here you got Doug Gilmour as a Flame. There was also a Leafs version of him. There's a white jersey Gordie Howe Chase, Mr. Hockey himself. And over here, a couple of Mark Messier's. Messier hoisting the cup in both, here in the 80s as an Oiler, and here in 94 as a Ranger. And I think all three of these figures were compliments of JB. JB scored me these, so thank you, JB. Down here, Stan Mikita. That's Mikita's only sports pick. And there he is in the white Hawks jersey, and another highly sought after and regarded sports figure in NHL sports pick circles. Here on this display next to it, we see more hockey figures. And these figures are Canada exclusive wave of hockey figures. And these 8 figures at the top are from Series 11. And then down here at the bottom are a couple other Canada exclusives. So we'll start at the top of the display with Alice Hemsky, Reg and Chase figure. This is one in the early 2000s when the Oilers changed their logo and colors, that like dark blue oil drip there, which I personally never cared for. I always liked the classic blue and orange of the 80s better. I'm glad when they went back to it. That's a Hemsky in the white Chase there. And here we got Mika Kiprutsov, Reg and Chase. You got Reg, red jersey right there. And then him in the white jersey Chase figure on the right. And Nikola Habibulin, Reg and Chase, when he first broke into the league back in the early 90s, he was with the Jets. And there you see the Reg in the blue jersey and the white there in the Chase jersey. And a Michael Ryder, Reg and Chase. Reg is a solid red jersey Habs. And then white jersey Chase from the Canadiens, where he also played with the Bruins for a while too. And then down here are Ed Jovanovski, former number 1 overall pick in the draft, and defenseman with the Canucks there. And next to him, a Joe Nieuwendyk blue jersey Chase figure. And again, I believe they were from a Canada exclusive wave. Moving along the basement here, these two displays have a lot of different football on them, as well as a little bit of hockey. There's football chases, exclusives, 2-packs, 12-inch, 3-inch, as well as some hockey 3-packs and 12-inch, and just a scattered, assorted other sports items on this display. And so we'll start here at the top of this display, moving off from the left. Here are a couple of Super Bowl exclusive figures of Junior Seau and Damon Tomlinson. One in 2,500 from the 2004 Super Bowl show held in San Diego. The Super Bowl was held in San Diego that year, so they made those figures of the Charger greats. There's a Brian Urlacher Graceland figure. That was the very first wave of replays made by Graceland that came through in that packaging of Brian Urlacher. And over here, another Graceland replay figure of LaDainian Tomlinson, again in the powder blue. And I apologize for the glare coming off the cases they're housed in. But there's a white jersey Brian Urlacher Series 2 Chase figure. Here's a Series 1 Emmitt Smith blue jersey Chase, the dirty version. And this one over here next to him is a regular from Series 1. We talked about the difference between cleans and dirties. This is a clean Emmitt Smith from Series 1. As you can see, no grass or dirt stains on the jersey or the shoes or cleats there. And actually, with the clean version, I'm going to try and show it to you, but it's kind of hard. On the back of his jersey, it says E. Smith on the back of his jersey. Whereas the dirty version, it just says Smith without the E. And there's a Julius Jones Graceland replay figure in the retro third jersey. I don't know what that little mechanism is. It comes with some kind of little cart there. Then over here is 3-inch figures. LaDainian Tomlinson about to run to Brian Urlacher with an Urlacher Upper Deck white jersey there to the side. And there's a Carson Palmer one from Upper Deck, the white jersey. Down here below is a Series 5 Jerome Bettis white jersey chase figure. And this right here is the Snowy Blue Brady. It's a white whale in NFL chase figures. And if you look at the paint app there on the Brady's jersey, it looks kind of wet. Yeah, the paint app it's made to resemble him wet, and the base, as you could see there, is like caked in snow. It's supposed to be from that famous playoff game in 2001, I believe, when Brady beat the Raiders to go on to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl that year. It's supposed to replicate that. So that is a Snowy Blue Brady right there. I can even show you the difference on the paint apps real quickly. If you look at that figure and then you see it over here, that's the regular chase version of Brady there in the blue. So you see the difference in the paint app. And in front of the Bettis and Brady chase figures are some NFL 3-inch figures. These packaged ones here of Clinton Portis in the running pose with the Redskins, and then Brian Urlacher here, the Bears, and Hines Ward in the white jersey. These are hobby exclusive vending machine editions of those 3 figures in the special packaging. And there's a 3-inch loose figure of Jeremy Shockey. And here's one of Tom Brady in the Series 5 pose. And then down here are some more football. Here we see a couple of Brady and Rice figures here. This is a Tom Brady silver level chase figure in the red Minuteman retro jersey with the white pants and white helmet. It's numbered there 439 of 1,000. And there was three different times that Tom McFarlane issue Brady in the red Minuteman jersey. There was one in a 3-pack we'll see a little bit later on, and then one as in the Madden wave that was more recent. But that was the first one actually that you're seeing there. And here's a NFL Series 5 Jerry Rice repaint chase figure in the Niners. Very highly sought after. Actually, 4 different versions of it exist. This one has him in the black belt and with the Reebok logo on the sleeve there. There are versions with tan belt and no Reebok logo of that Rice repaint chase figure. And then here's a 12-inch figure of Emmitt Smith. They've made 2 versions of that Emmitt Smith 12-inch. Him as a cowboy and him as a cardinal. The cardinal version was a chase. Figure, but I always liked him as a cowboy. His best numbers came with the Cowboys. They certainly did. And over here, Walter Payton. Now that dark jersey, Walter Payton 12-inch figure, is actually a chase. Seated 1 and 4. The regular version has him in a white jersey, dark pants. But the white jersey, dark pants, I should say. But this dark jersey, white pants version is in fact the chase. Again, seated at a 1 and 4 ratio. And there's Jeff Garcia up there, loose 3-inch, and Emmitt Smith is a Cardinal, loose 3-inch. And moving to the bottom part of the display, taking it through it left to right. Here we'll start with this NFL Series 5 Ray Lewis purple jersey chase figure. And above that's a loose Ray Lewis getting after Drew Bledsoe of the Cowboys at the time. Here's a 12-inch LaDainian Tomlinson figure in the solid blue Chargers jersey. And above that is, again, loose Ray Lewis chasing down Donovan McNabb. Another LaDainian Tomlinson 12-inch figure here in the throwback powder blue Chargers jersey. Just a really nice-looking figure, in my opinion. And above here is Deuce McAllister about to collab with Brian Urlacher. There's a Graceland replay Ray Lewis figure in the all-black. And behind him, the LaDainian Tomlinson Upper Deck mini jersey in white. Moving on to the bottom of the display. Here are a couple of stadium giveaway figures, 3-inch, from the Phoenix/Arizona Coyotes. They were given away on game day, and it's even dated there. You could say April 5th, 2007, Jobbing.com Arena, Shane Doan. Coyotes great. And over here, Curtis Joseph, March 15, 2007, from Jobbing.com. Thank you, Mo, for these. They were provided to me by Mo from Arizona. And here's another one that predated that. It was called Glendale Arena back in 06 from December 21. And there's Jeremy Roenick. Currently it's called Gila River Arena. Down here is a Steve Yzerman NHL 1 repaint. That's the red, solid red version. There's also a white jersey version that exists of the Wings jersey, but it's much harder to find and much rarer, much sought after. And there's the Yzerman Upper Deck mini jersey. Here's a few 3-packs of the Wings and Leafs. Up top are the Leafs in the solid blue. Alexander Mogilny, Ed Belfour, Matt Sundin. And below that are Brett Hull, Curtis Joseph, Steve Eisenman. And these in the solids were Myers retail exclusive. At the bottom display here, we see three 12-inch figures of Wayne Gretzky, two here that have him in the blue jersey, and one that has him in the white. These blues were Canada exclusives, and the white one was a U.S. Exclusive. And they are different. This one's loose, by the way, because when the package arrived, it was pretty beat up, so I just took them out of the package, thought the Gretzky displayed better there. But there are variations. If you observe the sleeve, the 99, and the orange on his sleeve there, and the unpackaged one, versus the loose one has the 99 in white and a different sleeve, a stripe pattern there on the sleeve. So they are variants of each other. And there's a loose Adrian Peterson, Ray Lewis, and again, the U.S. version of Wayne Gretzky in the white jersey there. More 3-inch up here. There's a Peyton Manning loose, Sean Alexander and Ray Lewis there. In the back's a Graceland Ichiro figure. Here's a Thomas Jones gold level chase New York Titans figure. And you can see there it's numbered out of 500 there. A very nice figure, by the way. And above that one, a very hard to find 3-inch version of Tom Brady in the gray Patriots jersey. And this display to the right also has football figures on there. There's exclusives, 2-packs. And at the bottom there are 4 12-inch figures. And then going from the top, here are 4 exclusive Super Bowl figures. We see here David Carr of the Houston Texans, Byron Leftwich of the Jaguars, Fred Taylor of the Jaguars, and Eddie George of the Titans. These are FanFest exclusive figures from when the Super Bowl was held down in Houston and in Jacksonville. And you see Carr there in the red jersey. Incidentally, these are the only 2 figures of Leftwich and Taylor that McFarlane made for the Jacksonville show when the Super Bowl was being held in Jacksonville. I think one of 6,000 there. And then Eddie George in a very cool looking throwback Houston Oilers jersey from the Houston show there. And you see the white jerseys of Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Vick, and Byron Leftwich from the Upper Deck mini jerseys. I believe the whites were the regulars and the darks were the chases on those. And then below those, some 2-packs here. We see Brian Dawkins versus Michael Vick. Here's the Manning brothers, Peyton and Eli, and that's actually Eli's rookie figure, the first figure of Eli featured in the line. It's in that 2-pack. Here's the Favre Urlacher 2-pack, and yes, this is the one that kicked off the long-standing friendship between me and Mo from Arizona. So here's where it began, Mo, with that 2-pack, the trade that we made. I mentioned that earlier in the video. There's Ed McCaffrey, Zach Thomas. Down at the bottom are some 3-inch baseball. Ivan Rodriguez, the Marlins, Mark Pryor there. On this side, you got Sammy Sosa and Chipper Jones. Here's a Clinton Portis Pro Bowl exclusive figure available through the Portis website. McFarlane didn't make very many figures at all in the Pro Bowl jersey, but that's one of Clinton Portis there. And above him, Jerome Bettis' 3-inch figure. And then back down on this side, you got Rich Gannon, Derek Brooks exclusive jerseys there and sculpts for the 2-pack. Donovan McNabb, Michael Strahan. Over here, you got Clinton Portis attempting to hurdle Ray Lewis. Again, we talked about before box sets exclusive jerseys. And this is probably the most sought after one, is the Deion Sanders Jerry Rice 2-pack. Just a beautiful piece right there. And then here we see the 4 12-inch figures at the bottom of that very display. 2 of Brian Urlacher and then 2 of Jerry Rice. The Urlacher Reg 12-inch figure is here, and here's the white Myers exclusive retail version. Here's a 3-inch of Roy Williams about to get after Brett Favre, and mini bobbles of both Emmitt Smith and Randy Moss. And then down here, Jerry Rice, Raiders 12-inch, and the Collectors Club exclusive Niners 12-inch figure. So we continue on the basement wall, moving clockwise, are some NHL Series 6 figures, picking up where we left off previously, and then on to Series 7 on this display. And we'll start here with the Nicholas Lidstrom figure, the red jersey chase. Here's Steve Eisenman hosting the Cup, and there's a rare version of the Eisenman that exists where he does not have a goatee. Here is the Reg and Chase Chris Chelios, the Reg in the white Wings jersey and the Chase in the Blackhawks jersey from when Chelios played with the Blackhawks prior to his joining the Wings. Todd Bertuzzi Chase figure there. White jersey, Al McGinnis Chase. Here's a Regan Chase, Marion Gaborik, the red and the white jersey, the Chase in the dark green. And then here we see Peter Forsberg. The regular features a member of the Colorado Avalanche, and the Chase version, where he features a member of the Quebec Nordiques, where he began his career prior to being traded to the Philadelphia Flyers for Eric Lindros. And then moving on to this display, we're into Series 7 now of the NHL with the Jean-Sebastien Giguère Regan Chase figures, Regan the white, Chase in the dark maroon. Over here are Dominic Hasek, Regan Chase. Here's Owen Nolan, Leafs solid blue Chase figure. And down here are Milan Hajduk, Regan the white Avalanche jersey, Chase in the maroon. So moving up along the wall from that display, we see some baseball figures here from the Cooperstown Collection Series 4 with an Adam Vinatieri football figure kind of hidden in there. And below those Cooperstown, we see a couple of baseball exclusives from the All-Star Fan Fest show that was held in San Francisco that summer. Going from the top, the Cooperstown Series 4 wave, there's Johnny Bench, legendary Reds catcher, and Steve Carlton, Pinstripes Chase figure, Phillies pitcher. Apologize for the glare. Joe DiMaggio, Regan the pinstripes there, and Chase in the gray. Below him, we got Roger Maris, Regan Chase, Reg as a Yankee, and Chase as a Cardinal. One of the greatest hitters of all time, Ted Williams of the Red Sox. Reg there in the white jersey, and then Chase in the gray right here. There's Ozzie Smith doing a backflip. There's a gold glove version of him that exists. It's Super Chase. I don't have it. And here's an Adam Vinatieri surprise Chase figure where it features him as a Colt. And then below those, we have two Fan Fest exclusives from when the show was held in San Francisco that summer. Here's Reggie Jackson as a member of the A's, and the gray jersey Barry Bonds. And they're from the All-Star Fan Fest show.